It's a 10 out of 10 on every measure. So the subject, this is the grandest view you could possibly conceive of Venice at its grandest moment, Ascension Day, with all of the pomp and ceremony on the bacino, on the lagoon, with the Bucintoro and all of Venice's most recognizable architectural landmarks in the background. It's in unbelievably beautiful condition, partly because it's passed through so few collections over its lifetime. It's impeccably preserved. It's of a scale that is both impressive yet possible to be housed domestically. Perhaps the most extraordinary thing about this painting is that it is possibly the picture which set off the craze for works by Canaletto in the United Kingdom, which of course was the country and the people who were his greatest patrons. It was owned by Sir Robert Walpole, Britain's first Prime Minister, and probably commissioned by his son in Venice in 1731. So it hung from 1736 at 10 Downing Street, along with its pair, its pendant, which was sold 20 years ago. And it remained in the Walpole collection until 1751, when Sir Robert's grandson sold it, and then entered another great collection of Sir Sampson Gideon. That it's painted in the early 1730s, which is generally considered the apex, the apogee of Canaletto's output. This is the time where he had left behind the sort of ultra-atmospheric views of the 1720s, had found this formula on which his fame would then ride, this sort of very detailed, but actually quite limited palette, but focusing very much on the detail and the beauty of the Venetian architecture and people.
Amazing. Thank you so much. There was a special moment at the beginning where I think I was trying to pull the... Sorry and thank you. Thank you. Sorry. I hope.
It's got this very protective old varnish still on. So it actually I think the sky is so evocative of the time of day, this afternoon. The fluffy white clouds, this streak of haze above the horizon. And then of course the water, which of course he's most famous for. He had found by this stage, quite only probably a year or two earlier, this formula of these little arcs of lighter pigment to delineate the waves. And this is a formula he stuck with for the next 30 years of his output.